I'll find my mum if she can make way.
Who's fucking next?
Eternal MMA Uncensored.
We good to go? Alright. Episode 1 of the new format of the Eternal podcast. Thanks to Ben and Mitchell for handing it over to us. Mitchell's moved off to a radio job down in South Australia, so we've shifted coasts over here.
Mate, good on him.
Yeah, I reckon. We're hoping following his footsteps while we're filling his shoes.
Yeah, I'm looking on Carl Sanderson's job.
Yeah.
Sanderman, what's his name?
Sandy Pants.
That's the guy.
Alright, do you want to get stuck into it?
Yep, so, mate, so this is our first one together, so might as well just introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Cristiano Del Giaco, one of the commentators for Eternal.
Why don't I introduce you, you introduce me.
Alright, you go for it.
Alright, this is Cristiano Del Giaco. He's a very accomplished sexual predator. No, he's a very accomplished brown belt under Vicente down at Southside Jiu-Jitsu. You're also a very accomplished writer, I'd say, as well. You do a lot of writing for people who can't be bothered doing it.
I'd say I pretend to be other people so that they can make lots of money.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. That's you in a nutshell. So yeah, you've been in and around martial arts for probably since before I was born.
Fucking hell, he's up, mate. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm seasoned.
How old?
I'm seasoned. Guess.
27?
30, but thank you.
30, good. So fucking hang on, how old do you think I am then, mate?
That's the joke.
Alright, yeah, I'm not much older than you there, but yeah, I've been doing martial arts for a long time. Mm-hmm. Started when I was a teenager with Vincent Perry.
So 1930.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. I get on my donkey.
Yeah.
Ride down training.
7 miles of snow.
Yeah. But yeah, I was training with him then. I trained everything. We had stick fighting, knife fighting, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, boxing. We did it all. But I had a pretty nasty, I want to say injury, but just incidents with my eyes, and I had to take a long time off. Mm-hmm. So it was a long time. When I say like a long time, it's probably like 7 to 10 years. Mm-hmm. I had to take off, detach retinas, had 8 operations. Actually blind in one eye now because of it. But last few operations were from nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like I wasn't fighting. Yeah. I was actually packing coffee in a roastery.
Fuck,
and I was standing there. Yeah, I was thinking about things about where I'd come in life.
Yep.
I was in the heat of a coffee roastery, and then I lost the vision in one of my eyes. So I went, wait, what's going on here? I went to the doctors, and they said, yeah, no, stress can cause the injuries to come back. So they just started re-tearing on the inside. Yep. So I thought, oh well. It was going to happen from nothing. I'm going back to my sport, and back to jiu-jitsu, and I'm back and loving it.
Better than ever.
Yeah.
The old cycloptic brown belt.
Yeah. It's still by feel. It's like the...
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I'm doing this. I don't do it like that. But
yeah, the people listening, they're not going to know what's going on, but the people who are watching, they're going to be fucking terrified.
Give me some magic fingers.
Yeah. Why is it this? What under?
How do you do jiu-jitsu?
Hey? I suppose they're good. They're decent. They're decent underwood.
You train like this with your coach, that's how you get your hand up.
Yeah, right. So that's why I'm lacking.
Yeah.
All right.
You got that extra mile, Jackie?
Who am I?
Mate, who are you?
You got to introduce me.
Right, so introducing you now, sir. You're Jake Anderson. Mate, one of the guys with honey in his voice for commentary that I know. Very learned in the sport.
Keep going.
Yeah. He's tall. He's taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else you got there?
I started training in martial arts and whatnot because I used to just get the shit kicked out of me.
Really?
Yeah, like a few times, like just at parties and stuff like that. I guess it was a bit of a target.
Was it your fault or was it?
Yeah, I've always had a big mouth.
Yeah.
I've always had a big mouth. I've always had a big mouth, and I've always done acceptable with women,
right.
Which makes me like a double target almost. It's like not only is this guy getting away with all the chooks in the hen house, he's a pretty easy target. So I just cop a flogging, but memories.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where it started from, and then I started at an actual McDojo, like a full blown McDojo.
Yeah.
Like they had certificates and like credentials up on the wall. It was like, this is to certify that Jimmy, whatever fuck his name was, is like a blah 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 in MMA.
Yeah, right.
And stuff like that. But they were like shocking, like bullshit ones. It was like the United Confederation of Australian Mixed Martial Jeet Kune, like fucking just, you name it, like the certificates like this long with all this bullshit in it. But they had really decent Muay Thai, so that's what I really took from that place, was their Muay Thai, and they had Taekwondo. So that was cool, but then I ended up moving and then ended up in COFs at C4, which was when I had my first real bout of jiu-jitsu. And I remember rolling with Chris there, and he's like step into my guard sort of thing. So I get on the ground with him.
I know Chris had an accent.
But I get on the ground with him, and he's just folding me like laundry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And that was my first real taste of jiu-jitsu. So hung out there for a bit, then under your former coach as well, ended up with Vincent Perry up at Puma, and then got to train with killers, got to get bashed by killers, got to train with guys like Dylan Andrews, Benny Alloway, Tim Quickdraw Moore, current flyweight champion of Eternal MMA now, Reese McLaren, Shannon, Turkish Delight McClellan, all the boys, fucking, yeah, hectic, man. But I ended up slowing down a bit because just of concussions and mostly the fear of concussions, because I'd actually smacked my head a fair bit before I even started fighting. We can get into that in later podcasts. Right. They're pretty interesting stories. But yeah, last time I remember sparring, I got punched in the head and just felt my neck compress into myself. And I was like, that's bad. As I was moving forward, I met the punch head on and just felt my neck go. And I was like, whoa, that was especially, and I felt sick in my guts. And then I remember going out to the car, opening the door, sitting in the car and going, oh, now I've got to drive home and I don't feel that crash hot. And I'm looking at just nothing. I'm like, where's the steering wheel? I can't find it. And then realised I got in the back seat of the car to drive home.
You're right?
Yeah. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh shit, that's the driver's seat. So then I had to get out and get in the front, and I still drove home, which I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But my way of staying connected to the sport, pretty much because I don't spar anymore and whatnot, is just doing all this kind of stuff. So just like writing blogs where I can, doing this, doing the commentary, and it's awesome, man. It's still a way to be connected to the sport. You still get like a lot of the camaraderie and whatnot. Yeah. Still attached to it, and it's cool. And I think there's a lesson from that. There's people out there. You don't have to be a top tier elite fighter to still participate, take part in the sport, contribute to the sport, no matter what it sort of is. That's us.
That's us, mate.
Just a pair of broken down.
Spat out the end, just clean it on.
Fucking just these old fucking dogs.
Mate, with the dangleberries clinging onto the butt of life.
I don't like that one. I like old dogs.
You don't like
my one? Alright, let's move on. Yeah. That's enough about us. A recap of 2017.
Yeah.
Do you know how many shows you've commentated with me?
I've done 4 so far. So my first one was on the rain event up at Mansfield Tavern.
Right.
Then went on to 3 Eternals after that.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
I'm trying to calculate how long you've been doing it for. I can't remember.
6 months.
Not that it's been that long, but I'm trying to figure out if I did the whole of 2017. Yeah. I might not have. I might have. I don't know.
I was brought on as to do the analyst.
You were an alternate. Yeah. Someone had an injury.
I was a ring-in.
Yeah.
And so I stayed in.
You got the gift of the gab.
Clung on again.
You're good where I'm not so good. That's in the grappling exchanges and whatnot. But since those 4 in 2017, I've been glad to have you. Eternal's done 8 shows. Yep. So when you think about it, how many months is there in a year? I'm trying to do some quick maths.
It's 12.
12. So 8. So that's us that's us blowing out our voice like every 6 weeks, sort of thing that we got going on. Probably even more. So 8 shows for Eternal. 7, and there was 1 rain show. Man, the titles have been held onto. They've been contested for. They've been somewhat passed around as well. I mean, Jack Della taken up 2 titles. He's taken the rain title, and he took on the Eternal welterweight title as well, which is pretty insane feat. When you think about it, and you think about the competition who he fought.
That's right.
Ty Duncan from Combat Lab, he's a savage. He's a savage on the mat. And he fought for the welterweight one against one of Ty's teammates, Glenn Pettigrew, and TKO'd him as well. I mean, it's just a testament to Jack, how good his striking offense is, and what he went through in those fights as well. he took a lot of punches, he took some takedowns, he reversed them and he got back as well. And those boys are no slouches, so big ups to Jack Della.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed watching those two.
Oh man, he makes it so easy.
Yeah.
He makes it so easy.
There's to say, being a one-eyed guy, seeing those fights, usually is better for me on TV.
Yeah.
Being able to see it, but then being right next to the cage watching it. Being training with these guys, well, not these guys specifically, but being guys in the gym.
Yeah.
You hear the impact, you hear everything, but when you're seeing it, when everything's on the line, and the lights are on, and people want to win a belt, and they're after it, and they're like, they're not. Well, I don't want to say not friends, but they're not, training partners with the people that they're fighting against.
Sure.
They're throwing caution when they're going for it.
Yeah.
It's a different experience being right next
to
them.
That intent.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man.
It was eye-opening, not eyes-opening, but it was eye-opening.
It was one eye opening.
Yeah, one eye opening for me.
There's a sexual innuendo in there somewhere. I think we'll leave it. So coming off that as well, some of my favourite bits of 2017 were actually in what we did with the knockout of the year and the submission of the year. So there were some big killer ones there, starting with KO of the year. My personal favourite was absolutely Ryan Gray. It was just...
Ryan Gray?
Mine? What are you going to tell me what my favourite knockout is?
No. I thought you were going to say, no. I've got your one in my head. I thought you were going to...
Oh, maybe. We did talk about it, but whatnot. But I might have flip-flopped since then. Ryan Gray's clinch knee might have been the first show that you did.
Oh, I do remember
the clinch knee with Garrett Cross.
Yep.
I mean, it was like...
It was brutal.
It wasn't just brutal. It was just the knee to the head, he shut off, and then it was the two after that. But it was the succession that had happened. You can't fault Ryan for it.
No.
Because it was a sequence.
Yeah.
He was out on his feet, so you got to fight until the fight's over. He hit him again when he was coming down. The fight's still technically not over. You get that killer instinct and whatnot. And then he lands another punch when he was on the ground. So it was just like a triplet of just literal trauma.
Yeah.
And he could not have been more out. And that just shows not only killer instinct of Ryan Gray, it was a beautiful sequence of bang, bang, instinctually going for the third one. And that was just massive for me. And he was gone. He was gone. He was so out.
I remember the knee, actually. It was a perfect tie plum.
Yep.
I remember it was just so strong against him. It was he kind of had him at his will with positioning him for the knee.
Totally.
Pulled him in. As he pulled him in, he was using that momentum to pull down, maybe thinking about a takedown for himself.
Yeah, Garrett Cross, very accomplished grappler.
Yeah, and then
bang. And Ryan had his back to the cage.
Yeah.
Which you don't often see. That was mine, man. What was your big takeaway for knockout of the year?
There's a couple, as I said. I'm a fence sitter.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going to make a declaration on one or the other, but there's a couple I want to mention. But before I do, I want to preface it saying, I want to pick one of these KOs of the night. It's not like a disrespect to the person who got knocked out.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
it's a good point.
Cracking on about it. When someone, may have got injured, but that's the game.
It is. It is. It's not a pillow fight.
Yeah. No. So one of the most probably devastating ones I saw, in terms of, unfortunately, the fighter had his chin up.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't as experienced as other fighters in there.
Yeah.
What was the fighter's name? Who did? I know the fighter got knocked out. I can't remember the fighter's name.
Are you talking about Mr. Ken McAndrew?
That's the guy. Ken McAndrew knocked out young Danny Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was I think one of the things that made that knockout one of the greatest of the year for me was your timber call.
Oh, right, yeah. I think I had a few that fight.
Yeah. That's the thing, because he went stiff as a board and fell down again. Not
no disrespect to Mr. Adam.
Yeah. That was that one, definitely. And then also, the other one would have to be...
definitely check that one out on YouTube, by the way.
The other one would definitely have to be the KO of the year, which was Hawani Selwyn, versus Corey Connell.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, there's another one. It was one because of the strike was was solid. It was an electrifying hit. But the other thing was, it was set up. It wasn't. If you're looking at it as a layman's, it could have been. It looks like some kind of ducky head throw to the right.
There was a method.
Connection. There was too, because Cottle was coming through with his own kind of wild. Cottle came in actually overweight for that fight, so he was he was down. He was deducted 2 points. His strategy just had to be, I would go hell for leather here.
He had to make up that deficit that was already there.
That's right. There was very little chance of winning by decision, so he had to put everything out there. So he was throwing caution. He was just going after it, throwing wild punches, just trying to collect one. someone saw this, and he started picking the pattern. And you can see it. I think on the highlight video, it's only the 2 punches for the knockout. But if you see it, the whole fight leading up, it's a massive swing, an evasion, an overhand right return. Didn't quite hit it. Same thing again. Exact same thing again.
Yeah.
Didn't quite hit it. Boom, was the third one. Didn't slip it, but kind of, moved out of the way of it.
Sure.
Came down with everything, connected it,
Bang.
And that's, as a fan of fights, that's the kind of knockouts you want to see. Not one where, necessarily where someone just gets, lights out, but one where it was set up. Someone recognised the pattern. Yeah. They saw what was happening. They put a game plan into action on the moment, Yeah. Put it together. Well, I can't remember if the coaches might have told him about it or whatever, but, got in there, saw it, recognised it, got it done.
That's sort of his bread and butter, that right hand. He's won by the same right hand before on Rain. Same thing as well. It's weird because watching Juani fight, he keeps landing that right hand to multiple opponents, and they know what he's got and what's coming with, and he still does it.
Whether they don't respect it or something, they watch it on video.
I don't know. I think it's like more of what you were saying. It's the setup.
Yeah.
And no two setups are the same. Like he threw one on Rain when he won, and he did a 360. Like he threw it so hard that it's not like a baseball. Yeah. He went completely all the way around. So big ups to Juani, and congratulations for KO of the year.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah. Moving on to sub of the year. There were some big ones. Big subs like the turning of titles, the retaining of titles as well. Like the first one that pops out is because it was very recent. Callum Potter versus Brenton Mumford. Yep. Very smart on Callum Potter's behalf because not that I don't think Callum obviously can take Mumford on the feet. It's you just go where your strength is. And a guy like Mumford, you might slip, block, evade
and pay,
9 of his strikes. Yeah. That 10th one, it'll shut you down. Yeah. So it's like, why would you even play those odds? Yeah. So Callum did what he had to do. Mumford's just so dangerous in a weird way, in a turnabout way. The fact that Callum got Mumford down and subbed him is like a compliment because it's like, dude, I just don't want any of that shit. Yeah. So that was massive. I mean, Callum moved into a very dominant position on the back, looked incredibly comfortable there, and retained his lightweight title.
It was a very high level back control too. I don't know if you, if anyone's seen the fight and heard our commentary on it when I was picking apart what actually Potter was doing with the back control there. Yeah. He wasn't just locking on with the legs. He had it in a way that was very difficult for Mumford to even shimmy his hips, to change the leverage, to mount some kind of escape or even whatever, He locked it in. It was beautiful. Yeah.
And it was good because he was in a position close to the cage as well. Like, you don't want Mumford like maybe slipping off, getting his back to the cage, and Callum losing position. So like serious fight IQ from Callum.
Well, like you said too, he it's not like he was definitely like underdog on the feet.
Right.
But he just did, what's the
100%
least path of resistance, probably the worst thing either, not the best thing to say, but like, what is my most efficient way? What's the most efficient way to do this? Right. Like, I'll just do it that way.
Sure.
So it's like a whole, man, I can't speak today. Sorry. It's old Hickson Gracie kind of mentality. It's like, I don't need to do flashy things, I'm not going to try new things here.
That's it.
I don't go, where's he weak? Where's it? Oh, cheers, thank you. My pit crew just
Thank you, Gus.
Thanks for that. My tyres just got changed. Like, so, all right, where am I possibly stronger? Well, I'm just going to go to that. Yeah. I'm not going to try to go, all right, we're going to test who's going to be the biggest man in this part and slog and knock and, go which way. And I respect that as a fighter. As you said, the IQ is just right up there. And,
Absolutely. And then moving on to the actual sub of the year was Casey O'Neill. Her outstanding performance. It was like a coming out party. And we mentioned it on the commentary as well because I've had a chance to train with her over the very tough Gina Cardillo. Trains out of Integrated, a very, very storied gym. Like, if you don't know who Integrated is, you're very new on the scene.
Yeah, you don't know Aussie MMA.
yeah, exactly. You don't know Aussie MMA. But Gina was a workhorse in that fight. She took it to Casey, and it was almost like a meeting of strong fundamental wrestling on Gina's part, and then Casey landing strikes on the feet, but when she did get taken down, it was like a wrestler versus jiu-jitsu match, which is what made it so fun for me because I really like smash mouth grappling, like the forehead into your jaw sort of grappling that Gina had, but it's, again, a compliment to jiu-jitsu and Casey's jiu-jitsu, which has come by leaps and bounds very recently, that she was able to take that bullet a gate sort of mentality that Gina brought in, and she used the art like of jiu-jitsu to sweep her, to get her into positions where she was using her pressure and whatnot against her. She got a really deep triangle at one point, and then finally got the armbar that cinched it up, and it was so deep.
Yeah, it was a very big clash, contrasting clash of styles there. You had Gina, who's smaller, coming with looping punches, like real, powerful ones. Whereas Casey's taller, leaner, and she was with the straight punches and strikes, So she was mitigating most of Gina's wrestling and bully control, if you know what I mean, by having straight punches, because it kept the distance. But when it did get to the ground, where Gina would normally be stronger on top, is that unfortunately for her, that Casey has a good guard, has a good close guard. So a lot of people in Jiu-Jitsu who transfer from Jiu-Jitsu to MMA, for a lot of them, close guard is like the blasé guard, if you know what I mean? It's not the flashy one. You don't see like a lot of highlight videos, I won't say any, but you don't see a lot of highlight videos. Like, if you do from the close guard, it's usually, it's not too spectacular. So
is that because it's a lot of first day stuff?
It is that. It's because the things you're taught at the start. So I think closed guard has this mentality to it, like, oh, that's the basics. For me to be a high belt, I've got to be doing like all these other ones. But I remember training with Keenan Cornelius. And we were talking about guards. And he said, we were talking about getting in the closed guard, and someone there said, oh, but that's the basic guard. And Keenan said, if you get in someone's closed guard, that's death. What are you talking about?
It's funny, man. Especially because when someone says that something in fighting is basic, it means it fucking has worked for decades, centuries, fucking thousands of years. It's basic because it's tried and true, and it fucking works, man. Right. Look at Zandy Ribeiro at ADCC. He was fucking armbarring people from guard, like basic armbarring people.
Well, that's what I mean. So that's the thing. A lot of high level jiu-jitsu players, right, will focus a lot more time on all these other guards. And they're not doing a lot into the closed guard. And that's why I think later in sports jiu-jitsu, I think the closed guard is going to have a big resurgence again, because it's going to be like these new guards in a way that people haven't spent a lot of time learning how to pass it, right? So when these people who are advanced in other guards go into MMA, they're good at De La Riva, Spider, there's no grips or anything. And they're not there, right? So it's got to be jiu-jitsu for MMA. And for Casey, she did it perfectly, because her full guard, her closed guard, was just spot on for that fight.
Right. I couldn't agree more.
She was chaining everything, as you said. She was utilising a bit of a rubber guard control for a bit to set up the triangle and the armbar. Which is great for MMA. Yeah, which is good for MMA. It's good for MMA. A lot of people go for it and hold the leg across. I don't know if people who are just listening aren't going to see what I'm doing here. But I'm not doing it either, actually. But they have the leg that comes up over the shoulders to hold down, which they grab a hold of. But a lot of people make the mistake of not focusing on the other leg, which is meant to push on the hips, right? And that's why they get past. But she didn't. She still kept that up and free, kept that there, and was waiting for Gina when she was striking from in that position to try to loosen Casey's control of the rubber guard. When the arm comes up, boom, that's when you can grab the wrist and start to attack the arm and everything, And it was just really good. Both fighters were great, because Gina was awesome too.
Absolutely.
It wasn't because she did poorly on the night that she lost. She did great. It was actually...
That's exactly right. That's where I was going to go with the sort of thing.
To be honest, I thought it was one of the fights of the nights, that one.
I absolutely agree. I totally agree. Gina, with her coming forward and whatnot, and her aggression and her taking to the fight, forced Casey to adapt and then do these things, like to throw up these sweeps, throw up these submissions and whatnot. If a fighter didn't bring it to Casey like that and force her to fight off her back and whatnot, then the fight wouldn't have been as spectacular. The submission wouldn't have been as spectacular as it was. So massive compliments to both ladies on that one.
There's another submission I want to bring up too. It was good. We got kind of mentioned someone saying that we didn't know what was going on. I think it was Ty Duncan.
It might have been. It might have been. They're big jiu-jitsu dudes up there.
Glenn Pettigrew?
Yeah, it was Glenn Pettigrew's submission. It was awesome, to tell you the truth. Like, it was like a reverse omoplata from the top position there. Well, awesome to see in MMA, like pulling off moves like that. Surprise his opponent. And surprise the shit out of me too. I was like, whoa.
Where we were sitting, because we had the monitor there, and where we were sitting, we could see like some butt cheeks, like ribs and a nipple, and like the actual submission was on the complete other side. And I always try to watch the live. I try not to watch the screen. But yeah, that one caught us unawares, especially because I got a bit blasé with it and probably should have been watching the monitor. Because the next thing we knew, Brant Kojal, who's a really respected martial artist, he was tapping and we were sort of like, what the fuck just happened?
And then seeing it on the replay, it was just,
yeah,
mate, you can see why he was tapping. The shoulders just like this close from...
Exactly. There was probably 3 or 4 people in there who knew what was going on. We were not one
They
of them.
clearly trained that
100%.
a million times, had it set up, so they all knew that, where the setup was. Mate, if you got submissions, again, like we're talking about the basics, basics is a debatable term as well, because basics, if you're just taught, like imagine going back to jiu-jitsu, if you're just taught parambolo from the day you start, that's your, that's your basic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you've started with it and you can do it.
Yeah.
So basics or whatever, but if you can get a submission like that, but set it up from a obscure position that it's not normally seen. So
That's
on a platter
a good
we
point.
see from like a guard usually, and you come around, but doing it from there, we can trick everyone. Boom, you're going to catch that so many times in competition before someone starts watching your videos,
Sure.
and starts sussing you out. But it was awesome. Great submission to see. Another person who didn't get the submission, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he was from Kyle Noakes' team in the last Eternal. He was the young gentleman I picked. He mentioned he was the under-15s Golden Gloves champion of Sweden or Norway.
I'm going to find out.
And I was banging on about how he's going to be a great...
All-under.
Sorry?
Rob All-under.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Don't even have to look it up. We've got a database right here.
So I was banging on about it. Going, remember Jake, I was saying, mate,
Yeah.
watch out for this guy. He's the boxing... Just
Yeah,
turned it on his head and was doing, like...
His whole walkout, we were like talking about boxing. Like, you know what, boxing?
So he did turn it on his head and started doing... Like, for me, being a grappler, what I want to see in MMA, like just to get me excited and go, oh, this works. You know what I mean? He was doing some awesome leg attacks, armbar attacks, spin. Yeah, I mean, it was, for me, amazing.
Yeah.
To see that kind of level, being able to do it in an MMA fight.
Sure.
He wasn't able to secure a submission. He was going for an Achilles lock towards the end of the fight. And I remember saying, like, for me, this is my opinion. I don't know, there's probably someone could find footage of this and prove me wrong. But, you know.
I hope someone does.
I heard that the camera saying, well, I'm not 100% right, ever. I'm not even 50% right with a lot of things I say. But very rarely do you see, or ever do you see an Achilles lock submission. Like a straight Achilles lock. I'm talking like a non-rotational.
If you're not Hector Lombard and you can snap the leg.
Yeah, where he's like breaking the tib fib. You know, where you actually attacking the Achilles purely because it can snap. It's happened. It snaps the tendon, but purely because it's MMA. You get your head punched in, right? Your adrenaline's already up. The lights are on you. There's thousands of people there. Your parents are there, your girlfriend's watching.
Potentially, depends on how many streams we've done.
Your adrenaline's just like out of control.
Yeah.
They may not feel that pressure coming in, unless you've cinched it in a way where you're attacking the actual shin and you're going to snap it, but it wasn't at that point in time, which is why I was suggesting to you, not to him obviously, but to switch it up and go for something else.
Yeah.
But just to see how he was setting it up, and he did it more than once. He got these leg entanglements more than once, and they were just amazing for me to see. I loved seeing that.
Yeah, that's
awesome. Amazing.
I'm going back to basics as well. If you can go to those straight footlocks now, get that as part of your basics and whatnot, then that further down the track, like attacking the legs is fucking massive at the moment, sort of thing. That's a foundation.
The other things come into play with that too is just the glove, the tape in there, how much play you have with your hand underneath, what part of it you can hit there. You know, are you hitting the blade? Because there's cross ones you can get across where you're actually going from here now. Yeah. And like you're attacking the tib fib.
For all you people who can't see and are listening sucked in, he's demonstrating.
It's all on my DVD. It's my instructional thing, my online training, $30 a month.
Yeah, right. Oh, cool, man. Let's call it an oh fuck moment. It was between Ryan Gray's KO and obviously Brenton Mumford's knockout of Atzori.
Ooh, yeah.
That was just bullshit. That was just that had everything. It had the pizzazz. It had just pure violence, like the sound.
Mumford's knockout, the kick?
Yeah, on Atzori. So we're sitting essentially looking up sort of thing. Greg's got his back directly towards us. We're commentating, and I don't know what we're saying. We're talking shit about jiu-jitsu. I've seen it that many times. But we just see sort of a silhouette through Greg. We just see like a shorts spin, and then Adzori's head just like turn to the side. Like you can't see someone's chin from behind them usually, and we could just see his chin prominently because Mumford's foot just turned his head. Bang! Just bone on bone sort of thing. And he was, to his credit, Adzori's credit, he was still sort of with it, even when he went down. But I thought it was going to go to the body from what we could see. We just heard this bang. I didn't know what sort of kick it was. I thought it would might have been a back kick and he came up, but it was a wheel kick. He came around like Edson Barboza. Cleaned him up, dropped him down, and mercifully got stopped. But big takeaway, because some of Adzori's strengths are his toughness, his willingness to take fights into deep water where he grinds guys out, erodes their will and then gets a submission. So to be able to do that to him in that sort of fashion, that was bullshit cool.
Well, he actually went for it a couple of times before, I think. He spinning kicks.
And he went to one of the body?
Yeah, he went to the body. It's the one before, I'm pretty sure he went to the body. But it was the same setup each time. I think he got him near the cage or something, and it was off encounter, and then he pushed to get the distance to set up the spin. Yeah,
that's why I thought he went the back kick, is because he was setting it up to the body, and I just saw him drop, and I was like, fuck, he landed it.
But as you said, Greg's known for being tough.
Yeah.
He's been around for a long time now. Yeah, and he's been fighting for,
Part of it is that the old school of fucking MMA. It was like, you did MMA and you're fucking tough, or you didn't. No offense to any guys out there that train part-time and whatnot, there didn't used to be beginners fucking classes to MMA. The beginners classes in MMA is a rare, not a rare thing, a fairly new thing, for lack of a better word. And no offense to anyone out there in the beginning. Absolutely, it's gotten more mainstream. There's a lot more integrated ways of doing it. But like Adzori and those guys, you either fought fucking MMA, or you didn't. And his attitude to fighting, his attitude to winning fights and whatnot is the absolute epitome of that. It's so good to watch.
And to say how tough he is, to see him go down was purely what I think is because of the setups. It was the misdirection, which might have been, if we were correct with the spinning kick being under the body first. Yeah. The misdirection of that, the next time it being in the head, because it's always the one you don't see.
That's it.
That knocks you out. The one you're not ready for.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to pattern recognition as well, when someone baits you like that, it's a two-way street, because say Mumford's baiting him with kicks to the body so then he can go up top. Adzori's reading him like pattern recognition, saying, hey, he's going to the body. I might find something there, da. And then you're playing a board game, and then the fucking table gets flipped upside down in the form of a wheel kick to your fucking head. I mean, that was so cool.
And you're looking for your keys in the car park.
Exactly. You're in the wrong car park.
Or in the backseat of your car.
Exactly. Somewhere in Burley. They were massive big ones. Izzy Fidikefu, his fight for the reign middleweight title against Darcy. Another dude, Darcy, massive big kicks on him, huge middleweight, incredible grappling. I like Darcy's grappling because it's a bit like what we were saying before, it's a bit more of that smash mouth grappling. It's really cool. It's not traditional jiu-jitsu per se. It's effects and result-driven grappling. Where he makes dudes uncomfortable the whole time. And Izzy Fidikefu was reading him, going back to pattern recognition, reading those naked kicks, which is a really good part of Darcy's arsenal. He'll throw those naked kicks. If he gets taken down off like a naked kick, it's like, cool, man, this is where I want to be. But Izzy read it. I think it might have been the second round. You called it, actually. He was going to the left kick, the face was bare, and he threw that just knuckle sandwich up over the top of the shoulder, landed flush, and Darcy, he crumpled because Fidikefu in himself, he's a little bulldozer. I was expecting double legs, and he threw that one over the top, connected, and big boy Darcy just went down.
Look, I saw that pattern happening. I didn't see Darcy's kicks and think, alright, I can come over the right hand. What I saw was Darcy throwing a kick and then Izzy throwing that right hand, just missing a couple of times. So I saw that, okay, this is what's going to happen. So to me that kind of says that Izzy and his team may have watched video leading up to it, seeing, okay, this is the weakness, we've found the hole here. Or
Yeah.
maybe not a weakness, but something we can capitalise on.
Yeah,
anyway.
sure.
And they got, as you said, you're expecting a takedown, get on top or whatever, some kind of bullying. And he was just not waiting for it to pick it, waiting for it to pick it, waiting for it to pick it. And that also came out in his post-fight speech in the cage. And he said, yeah, we came here to do what we came to do.
Yeah.
They did it, man.
They did it.
Yeah. That was
left the champion.
That was super intimidating for me sitting there.
Yeah,
I was just
very.
like, thank God I don't fight.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank God I'm clinging on.
You'd be a middleweight, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. It depends how much pasta I get. How many Italian family dinners I go to.
Yeah, right.
Other fights. I just want to special mention to my boy. Ever since I've been commentating on these fights,
your boyfriend.
Fan favourite. No, that far. Fan favourite for me. I'm a fan favourite of.
I got to sign up as well. If you had a newsletter, I'd sign up to it.
Mate, for president, prime minister.
So,
Dim Skillies.
Yeah, Dimps. I affectionately call him Brickfist.
I think you nicknamed him that, didn't you?
Hey?
Are they taking it on?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. If he doesn't want it.
You want to think so?
Yeah. I'll take it back. But super aggressive fighter, hard-nosed fighter, comes forward, throws leather.
Yeah.
But he's technical at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a marriage of... He has the ability to be defensively really strong.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's like, just hit me and I'll hit you, but mine's going to be harder.
Yeah.
And then he just like wins fights and you're like, oh shit.
And he has a smile on his face throughout the fight too.
100%.
When he's facing other dudes who throw leather.
Yeah.
Like, other bricks.
As well. Like, he just breaks them down. He's like, how much do you want it?
Yeah.
How much does your chin want to take in the course of this fight to get there?
Great footwork for someone his size. Like, that's
Totally,
the surprising part about it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Fought in Chick's pair of Muay
I was about to say that. The first fight,
I beat you to
he
it.
came out.
Yeah. Apparently he borrowed him too.
There was a women's fight.
Yeah.
And she had some pair of shorts on. And then Dimps' fight was that was maybe the next fight, the one after. And Dimps came out wearing the same.
Would you rather have the shorts fresh? Like freshly fight finishes, you chuck them straight on?
Well,
or would you have like a fight in between where they cool down?
As soon as you called me a sexual predator before because of this mustache.
Oh, fair call.
I don't want to answer that question.
Don't want to incriminate yourself.
I don't want to say
but no,
that.
Dimps.
So yeah, when he came out for that fight, we saw those shorts. I was thinking,
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
What's going on there? And then just, mate,
Yeah.
won me as a fan straight away from that fight, and every single
And
fight.
that was a close fight,
Yeah.
and he fought a big dude. He fought at middleweight then. We harped on about how he should be at welterweight. He's at welterweight now. He's got a home, in my opinion, there, especially taking out the Fight Life sponsorship for 2018 as a welterweight. But he fought a middleweight in that fight. Wasn't terribly undersized. We could just tell that he could make welterweight. Held his own. Very questionable decision. I mean, it just depends on how you were judging the fight. I think you had Dimps winning.
Yep.
I was not interfering because those men look terrifying. But yeah, big ups to him as well. Big things for him coming. A fight that I actually want to see is Peter Smith versus Dimps Gillies. If we can get that fight happening. I think Peter Smith, a southpaw, throws massive big Mirko Krokop style head kicks like they're jabs. His last fight against Victor Lytle, I believe it was, incredibly like tree trunk legs.
Yes.
Was eating all these kicks and whatnot. Viking looking dude. The amount of like left head kicks that Pete threw, it was like 15, 16, something like that. And these are 3-minute rounds, so 16 kicks to the head within 3-minute rounds, like that's incredible. He's a berserker as well, killer instinct, goes for the finish. If he gets someone hurt, he's going to capitalise on it. And Dimps, for all the reasons that we just named, if that fight can happen, I'll be so stoked. I almost don't want to commentate it, because the thing is about commentating, I can't swear. And you know me, I swear. I'm glad we can do it on this podcast. If those guys are going at it, I'm going to have to let some fucks rip. Because it's going to be a fucking wild one.
Biting my tongue.
Yeah. If I say...
You're listening to this right now, you're not watching the video. I'm Italian, right? And I have the Italian pursed fingers right now, saying I'm biting my tongue.
I want you to go full Italian. One fight, I just want you to go full Italian.
Just
you fuck, you bad.
Just start cursing my head off in Italian.
Yeah, fangul.
Fangul. Speaking of Vikings, though, you mentioned that. Last Eternal.
Mean mugger.
Francois.
Yeah.
Mate,
Came out, did what he wanted to do.
Yeah. Scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, scared the shit out of absolutely everyone. But like the junkyard dog thing, seeing him through the fence as well.
Following him around, exactly you said, junkyard dog.
Yeah,
Followed
100%.
Alexio, sorry. Followed Alexio as Alexio came out.
Yep.
Followed him through the cage, walking around.
Yep.
Yeah. Such a worst word here, but passionate stare down.
Yeah.
Passionate.
Not what I would have used, but let's go with intense.
Intense.
Passionate could go either way.
Mate, some of the best body rips I've seen
For sure.
in Eternal. So
For sure.
Yeah.
Alexio, no slouch. He trains out of Benny Alloway's gym.
Yep.
I love Benny's approach to fighting. We've talked about it before.
Yep, stay on top.
Yeah. Win every second, win every exchange, win every round.
Yep.
But start from there up. Alexio's an epitome of that. He's a super aggressive fighter. You give him an inch, he'll take a mile. So for Francois as well to come out and blitz him, that's a massive big thing. And I actually, if I can take any positives out of that, I can't wait to see Alexio bounce back from that.
He will for sure.
Oh, absolutely. He was undefeated up until that point. I'm pretty sure they were all finishers as well.
So do you think, we didn't get to see him initiate, really?
No.
Through the fight because, Francois was on him.
Yeah.
It was
almost like a gunfight.
Yeah,
it was almost like a gunfight. Both guys had the same sort of thing. Alexio wanted to blitz him. Francois wanted to blitz him.
There was an illegal...
Who drew first?
There was an illegal... Was it a knee?
I couldn't tell you.
I think... Was it a knee? It was an illegal knee. There was an illegal
I think it went low.
That stopped it. Oh.
No, it went to the noggin.
Yeah.
That's right. Francois got him in the noggin, so we had a little break in there, and when it resumed...
Francois still did the same thing. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Blitzing. So I don't really want to... Oh, that was a drunk thing. I don't want to like bring that into the equation.
Like attribute it to the knee.
Yeah, I don't want to do that at all. But do you think the stare down, the temperament of what the atmosphere of Francois created there frustrated him to think like, fuck you, don't look at me like that, don't do this.
Maybe
throw him off a touch?
Maybe, possibly. Only he'd know.
When I say throw him off, I don't mean like throw him off.
No, absolutely. And that's where I was going to get to it as well. Like you almost have to meet that intensity.
Yeah.
But Alexio, I think he did the smart thing. When he was walking through getting mean mugged, he was smiling.
Yeah.
Like almost as like just a total mirror.
Yeah.
So what you're throwing at me, I'm just going to throw it back at you, sort of thing, which was good. Whether it played anything into the fight or not, in the mentality of Alexio, I mean, who knows, sort of thing. He's a seriously tough dude.
Yeah.
Alexio had moved up a weight division and weighed in light. I mean,
there you go.
Alexio,
so there's a weight difference.
5 previous fights were all at bantamweight. That was at featherweight. Alexio,
there you go.
Alexio weighed in a kilogram light on the featherweight limit.
Dead set.
He weighed in a kilogram lighter.
Yeah, and it had been touring Asia on holiday for a couple of weeks.
Oh shit, that's got it there.
Previous to
Anything through Asia? Come on, what part of Asia? We're talking like we're talking about.
Harry's got it with him.
He might have. Oh, fair enough. I was going to say he might have been a bit depleted.
We're talking about fucking good time, Charlie.
Thailand. Yes, it's come full circle. But shit, yeah, that was a great one, man. I just realised that we harped on about then. The biggest parts of 2017, but also we spent so much time on Eternal 29 because that was just a bullshit night.
Oh mate, it was the best when I say local, I mean when I say Australia.
Yeah.
The card
Domestic.
that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Not just saying that because I was on it.
I would agree.
Not on it, but I was there.
You were on it.
I was on it.
I'm dead set on it. Yeah.
But yeah, every fight I was like, hey,
100%.
here we go.
And fun fact as well, I blew my voice out after that, and then I missed business days. I missed like 10 days of work because I got a throat infection because I blew my fucking voice out and then got sick because of it. But yeah, it was just me going, oh!
So most of the knockouts, when
100%.
Our professional reactions to the knockouts.
Yeah, and just the barn burner fights as well, like the big boys who fought. Absolutely incredible fight, man. It was back and forth.
Oh man, I'm drawing a blank on a name.
Paddy.
Quay Pemberton, Junior Todia.
Nailed it.
Mate, what a comeback.
Oh, that was incredible. It was just one of those things where we even go into it on the commentary as well. It was a lapse in judgment almost, where he's absolutely like toweling up Clay Pemberton. Clay Pemberton's eating everything, and these massive dudes. Goes for a guillotine, an arming guillotine, where we said it on commentary. Sorry, if he would have got that, it would have been one of those things like big, like massive submission, drop down for the guillotine, blah 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 blah, confetti flies, sort of thing. But it was just one of those lapses in judgment where he might have been getting tired, man. They're big boys. He might have thought, hey, I've got his neck, I can finish this right now. Goes down for the guillotine. Clay Pemberton comes out on top. Is able to escape the guillotine, and then capitalises from there and finishes. I mean, after nothing short of abuse.
It was a storybook.
It was abuse.
It was a fairy tale.
Yeah, it absolutely was, man. So Clay Pemberton, heart of absolute stone, turned that one around. Another Eternal 29 fight. That was, like, if you can, go on YouTube and find the full stream of the fight.
Watch the whole thing.
Watch the whole thing.
Everything. It was You couldn't write about it.
No, you couldn't.
Sylvester Stallone could not fucking oh, this is great.
But yeah, moving forward. March 3rd, 2018. I believe that you and I will be there commentating.
Oh, it's us.
Gold Coast, bantamweight title on the line for that one. Mitch Martin, the champion, will be defending against our old mate TBA. TBA, undefeated in the sport. A fairly shadowy figure. No, to be announced. Mitch Martin from that's it. You haven't unlocked him yet. Yeah, exactly, from Mortal Kombat. But to be announced. There's a few names out there. A few bantamweights currently.
It's booked. The fight is booked. The challenger was meant to be in the studio today.
Oh, there we go. I'm trying not to get too much away.
We're trying to hide that, mate.
Yeah. So the challenger, you can go on any social media and look it up. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. But yeah, the challenger TBA was meant to be in with us today. He couldn't make it, unfortunately, but he'll be challenging Mitch Martin. He may or may not be a title.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. He may or may not be a current MMA champion within Australia, and he possibly could be fighting for another one on Eternal MMA. His name might rhyme with Schmoolmones. But yeah, that is March 3rd. And if you're looking to fight on that card, nominations you can get at Cam, you can get at us, you can email the Eternal email, info@Eternal MMA.
Ben?
Yeah, you can get it Ben, you can get it Ben Vickers. Yeah, do it. You can send us a letter. Carrier pigeon, anything. If it's your first fight, if you're a seasoned veteran looking to fight, I mean, we cater for everyone. C-class fights even, they're getting...
There's all levels.
Yeah, absolutely. From, I don't want to say the bottom, from the grassroots to the elite, where guys are fighting for titles and whatnot. Eternal will cater to all of them. That's March 3rd on the Gold Coast, having a little break over summer. Nobody wants to fight in summer. Nobody wants to sit there sweltering in summer watching guys fight. I mean...
Well, we did in Brazil.
I gave you the biggest setup. I'm like, look, sweaty man, like half naked. Cristiano had no.
What are you staring at me for that for?
We done a late December show in 2016 and
was that
PCYC?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. So we're stopping November, March.
Absolutely, and for the fighters too, man. Some of these guys are so they're so active.
It's family time, man. People want to go eat the turkey and the ham with the family and have to get
at the Christmas table and be like, no, I'll have a salad.
Yeah, I've done that.
I bet you.
With big Italian family, everyone's got the cannoli. They got
You've been ostracised.
Yeah, and then my family's just sitting there. Oh, this is not like rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Zening it in front of me. Yeah. In front, and I've got like chicken and broccoli in a packet, and opening it up.
Yeah.
Dirty ass smell because it's been sitting there. For
that ain't living, no.
No,
screw that.
No.
So yeah, March 3rd, Gold Coast, bantamweight title, Mitch Martin versus Schmoolmones. we can't name it just yet. Can we just drop it? Can't drop it.
Haven't we like 90% just dropped it, or?
I don't know, mate. Look, nothing.
Let's hit March 10, huge card.
Yeah, March 10, Perth, middleweight title on the line. A gentleman we were just talking about against the obvious choice, in my opinion, over there in Perth. Mr. Isi Fudukefu,
there you go,
the current reign fighting champion at middleweight, fighting current
eternal Australian middleweight champion.
That's right. That fight was an eternal card. Yeah. It was an eternal card where we moved up to the Mansfield Tavern where we usually have the rain cards, but Eternal went up there for that fight card. Issy fought Darcy, KO'd him, so now he's getting to fight Josh Della for that title.
There you go. One of the Della boys.
Yeah, one of the Della boys, man. Between them, if Josh Della can take this one out, there's 3 titles between the 2 boys. Jack Della just fought over at Cage Warriors, just an incredible duo of brothers. Iron sharpens iron, so expecting big things out of Della in that fight, and I expect nothing less from Izzy Fitikefu than what we saw him last time, knocking out a champion.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to leave it there, like, yes. Yeah. Like, fuck, man, come on.
I was going to say nothing about the fights, really, but about the Della brothers. I was surprised at the difference between the 2 of them.
Yeah, sure, and they're twins?
Yeah, are they?
No, 2 years apart.
Oh,
Jack's
no way.
Jack's 20, Josh 22.
Because it's like,
whoa,
it's
I
like
thought they
one
were
of them-
twins, but like not the identical ones, the other ones.
Fraternal?
Yeah, the 2
That
years,
one.
the 2 years apart.
Dead set,
So
man.
they look like the one of them took a photo on an iPhone and we just went like that with the screen, like straight
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Damn. Incredible fight too. Fitikefu versus Josh Della. I hope they stand and bang.
They will. I can't see it going any other way.
Yeah. Fitikefu's got a bulldozer of a
Oh,
double
he
leg.
comes from a great pedigree of
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu
absolutely.
as well.
And Della's no slouch either. I'm just saying. It could end up there. One of them could knock the other one down. I just hope they just stand toe to toe.
I'm thinking that's what's going to happen, to be honest.
I hope. So yeah, March 10, Perth. Italian club again.
Hey!
Tried and true. Tried and true. Your
My
people.
family.
Your people.
I'll call Gino. Let me know you're coming. Tell Cristiano sent you.
And then not giving too much away in this one. New city, new state on April 7th. Huge fights match, including our first heavyweight title.
First heavyweight.
First heavyweight title, new city, a new state.
Where could it be?
Where could it be? I don't actually know. I normally have like little bits and pieces. Little bits. But no, I've got nothing. There's already fights put together for this one. It's a week before my birthday, so stoked. It'll be big ones.
I wonder if Eternal flies out there to do the commentary.
We'll see how many.
Yeah,
We'll see how many like looks we get on this. Yeah, we'll see how many like podcast downloads we get.
There's a lot of Italian.
They're not
Americans down
cheap.
there.
They're not cheap. He'll pay for like half the fuel, and then we'll figure the rest
Oh, he's
out.
driving.
Yeah.
Better not get in the back seat.
Yeah. Right.
Drive from the back seat.
Yeah. Let it go. Just rubbing it in. Yes, cool. April 7th, new city, new state, huge fights match, including our first heavyweight title. Heavyweight title. That's intriguing.
This is actually.
That's intriguing. So none of this. Eternal doesn't do any of the dud amateur title stuff. Not that rewarding amateurs for all their efforts and winning and stuff. It's just that a title is reserved for someone who's at the upper. Yeah, a champion. A champion.
It's to say hands down, undisputed. This is it.
Yeah, that's it.
This weight, that's you. Boom.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no amateur.
We would do amateur titles if there was a way to legitimately prescribe
Exactly.
route to be a contender for that title.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the moment, nobody is doing a legitimate prescribed route that says you have earned this title. Basically, it's jobs for the boys.
Yeah.
I like my description better.
Of course you do. But you don't see a lot of the guys defending them, these amateur titles. You don't see guys defending them. You see them using it, so they should, as a stepping stone to get in the pro
resume.
leagues. It's just, is a belt the best way of doing it? In my opinion, not really.
No.
Take the night where you won with a trophy, whatnot, do whatever you want to do with it. The fight is the reward in itself, especially in amateur fights as you're coming up. It's great for social media to hold a belt out there, but not much more, man. The fight is the reward.
Yeah.
But going from that, this first, the heavyweight title, it's going to be legitimate, professional, 2 big boys going at it. I feel sorry for the ref who's getting in there.
Do we have a big ref? Who have we got? We've got that. Who's the ref with the Viking mustache?
Carl Anderson.
Carl Anderson?
There you go. He's a big boy, isn't he? We might have to get him.
He's a big boy.
Get him on the bat phone.
Yeah, no. We have to go under a certain jurisdiction in the
Yeah.
state that we're going to, and Carl Anderson isn't registered.
Damn it, he's got a great last name. Damn, we're going to have to go back to the drawing
How
board.
big do they get in Adelaide?
Hey? It's pretty cold down there, so you think there'd be... Do we just edit that
Yeah,
out?
A lot of churches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't meant to say that, was I? I just fucking said it straight.
Fucking hell.
So that's gone. That part's cut out.
Yeah.
No, let's leave it in.
Just leave it in?
Comedy value.
2 beers and you're fucking... You're off your head.
I'm like this.
Yeah, you are actually.
Gonna have to get pizza next time as well, just to kind of
Yeah, balance him out.
Yeah,
Is that a walking?
Get a Barocca. So, yeah.
So what do you reckon? We'll see some fighters go up in weight. fight at their natural weights to be to start
Some light
opening up
heavies?
start opening up the heavyweight?
I would, man. That was I was having a conversation with
Who do
someone
you think?
about guys in different organisations, in higher level North American organisations as well. It's not a bad idea, man. If you're a big light heavy to take fights at heavyweight, when you think about the guys that like these big monster dudes, they obviously pack a lot of power and whatnot, but they got a lot of them got one round in them, sort of thing. So, in saying that, there's a lot of guys in Australia, light heavies that can contend for this title and whatnot. There's a lot of legitimate heavyweights in there as well. Where going back to that first round though, or the first round and a half, is death. Sort of thing to fight one of these guys. So we might see some light heavies going at it as heavyweights. I personally absolutely would to take as many fights as I could in a country like Australia with a small population like we do. Take as many fights as you can get. So that's an open invitation for any light heavies out there. Eternal's got a heavyweight title. If you want to come and contend for it, absolutely go for it. You can eat with whatever the hell you want.
We have got a cut-off weight?
It's like 265, which is
265
116.
pounds, I would have to do a calculation.
Yeah, it's like 116 to 120 kilos, somewhere in that ballpark.
After April 7, the only male title that will be vacant will be the light heavyweight.
Oh shit! So then you can fight for this heavyweight one.
Go back down.
After whoever takes this inaugural one out. And then you can get back down to dieting and go for the light heavyweight one.
We want female titles next year as well, so if anybody wants to go for gender reassignment therapy,
Tim Moore.
this is the time.
Yeah, right. Tim Moore can be a dual champion. He might have to relinquish his flyweight one. So there you have it. Big third date, April 7th. New city, new state, huge fights match, including the first heavyweight title. Get amongst that one. That'll be a burner.
Where is it going to be?
Absolutely no idea. But nominations to fight Cam or Ben on Facebook or info@eternalmma.com. Hit us up on the page if you want. Hit us up on Instagram if you want. If you're looking to have your first fight, we've got C-class fights, we've got B-class fights, we've got professional fights, we've got champions, we've got people holding it down absolutely everywhere from start to bottom. Just go for it. That's all my honest advice. You can do all these big, fancy, professional weight cuts and whatnot. Your amateur record is there to make mistakes, in my opinion. If you're looking to come in and have a fight, go for it. Thank the sponsors. Engage. Putting out some pretty cool stuff and some pretty nifty athletes, especially a lot of Eternal ones. They're going to be doing...
The ring girls,
the ring girls too. Woo! Big new sponsors for 2018 to be announced. Before the end of the year, it's going to benefit all fighters, top to bottom, and ring girls, like you said. It's going to be cool, man. It's going to be cool.
Bottoms.
Yeah, right. From top to bottom and bottoms.
Right after I said it?
No, I try to ignore you. just shut down. I've got to drive home with you, by the way. Fuck. Engage. Also Supply Co. Repping one of their shirts now. Premium grappling goods. Building industry training. Get at them as well if you need anything like from building industry, obviously training side of things. Get at them. Follow them on Facebook. And Nightcraft Bobbers. If you don't know what a bobber is, it's nothing sexual. It is a very, very good fun ride though. I'll give you that much. That was fucking awful. Alright, we're wrapping it up there before we get too fucking silly. Alright, this has been the Eternal Podcast. I'm Jake Anderson. This is Cristiano Del Giaco. We're getting out of here.
See you in 2 weeks.
Oh!